Greetings and welcome to a new episode of our role-playing run in the Kingdom of Sicily here on CK3. In the previous episode of our run we witnessed the death of the ruler who actually managed to form the Kingdom of Sicily and to even expand farther in the northern part of the Italian peninsula. And now we have his son, King Bastiano II, who is ruling over the kingdom. King Bastiano II is 35 years old right now. His health is fine. On the other hand, as you can see, he is gluttonous, so I will assume that this will impact his life expectancy and most likely he will live, let's say, shorter than usual. But I will say that this is not something that should concern us right now, so thinking more specifically of this episode, what we could maybe do is to prepare ourselves for the next war and the next expansion in Italy. That's also because in the last episode we figured out that we have the possibility to declare war on Tuscany. As you can see, we have the possibility to seize two de jure counties, Casentino and Orvieto. The only problem here is that right now we do not really have a large army, and the same actually applies also for Duke Adalberto, but as you can see is basically strong enough to counter our army. We have 2,400, he has 2,200, we have the same number of champions. The only advantage that we have on Duke Adalberto III is that we have some alliances, while he has at the moment none. On the other hand, he has 4 children and they are all unmarried, so if he wanted, he will have the possibility to actually counter our alliances as well. So if we consider the whole situation, I will say that declaring war against Tuscany is kind of risky, but we might move into this direction in the course of this episode. What we could do first maybe is to try to strengthen our military presence. Okay, let's start taking a look at the men-at-arms. I see that here we have the possibility to increase our light horsemen to 2 units, and this should already help us a little bit. Maybe something else that we can do is to give away 1 domain, because we are currently above domain limit, and this of course also affects not only the amount of gold that we farm every month, but also the number of levies. As you can see, there is a minus 20%. Let's take a look at our domain. We could give away a county in Calabria, and I will then give away Reggio Calabria because it has a lower level of development. So let's do the following. We grant it to a noble of the Sicilian culture, and it goes to Count Antonio of Reggio Calabria, 57 years old, from the Tropea house. He's actually also very solid martial, because 23 of martial, and forest fighter, gallant. So now we are back within the domain limit. This should help us as well. So before I impose, let's take a look also at the notification. I cannot usurp the Kingdom of Romagna yet because I don't have the gold, but I can designate a guardian for my daughter Brunilda of Sicily. I impose the game to start farming our soldiers, and we can see how things will progress. And here we have experimentation. It was not easy to find someone to volunteer to test my collection of substances. For him it has been an evening of pain, burning sensation and occasional unconsciousness. I will say that this was sufficient. I will not risk killing him. We are good Catholic rulers for this role-playing run, so let's go with this. Let's try to declare this war. Before we do that, let's take a look at the development, because we have 2 opportunities. One is Casentino with development 10, and then the other one Orvieto with 17. So we are going to definitely prioritize Orvieto. So declare war for the Jure county of Orvieto. It will cost us 100 of prestige, but we have plenty. So let's call our allies. Treviso, yes, definitely, also because they are close. We have the possibility also to involve Captain Vittorio of the mercenary band. Let's do it. And maybe I should also try with Duchess Bogumila. In the hand she's close to, and she has a decent amount of army, so let's try to make sure that we win this war. Then I will move the rally point somewhere close enough, but not too close, maybe here, Lanciano, raise all armies, and we can remove the pause again. Okay, I think we can synchronize. Okay, and we managed to make them leave Urbino. Let's try to engage them all together. Our allies are joining as well. We have a clear advantage. We get a plus 17, and now we can move to Orvieto to start the siege of the mainland, the main target. This should help the war score significantly. In the meantime, our allies are staying in Arezzo. I'm fine with that. It will take 8 months to complete the siege of Orvieto, while our opponents are retreating. My allies will now be attacked in Arezzo. Maybe I should reach them, just to make sure that they don't get defeated. This way I had to abandon the siege of Orvieto, but at least we secure another victory. And we can complete the siege of Arezzo. Okay, the siege of Arezzo is completed. We go to plus 52. And honestly, I want to take Orvieto. I don't know why now my allies are moving to Casentino. It makes no sense. They're trying to siege Casentino, and then they will be targeted again by our opponents, but okay, let's then go to Casentino and defend our allies and the siege that they started there. But it makes no sense. It will be much better to attack Orvieto. Okay, we intercepted the opponents. Now if my ally join us as well to help us, that will be very good. Now, ideally, if we can stick all together and just go to Orvieto to end this war, that will be the best. Fortunately, in this game, one does not have the possibility to decide what the allies should do. They don't want to follow me. Let's converge again here. Plus 57. 7 months to complete the siege of Orvieto. In the meantime, my allies are targeting Casentino, and now our opponents are just here in Orbetello, standing still and trying to replenish their armies. Okay, Casentino is almost completed. Casentino is ours, so plus 60, and also we are about to complete the siege of Orvieto, and this should end the war because in the end it's the targeted county, so it should significantly increase the war score. And the war is over. We can enforce demands and disband all armies. And I also gain a hook on my Duchess Lucrezia the Impaler, because the county we conquered, basically, it went to her. And I mean, she's actually a problem for our kingdom because she really has a huge part of our territory, but we will manage this at some point. Not now, but we will manage it. For the moment, we can, on the other hand, change the feudal contract of Duchess Lucrezia, and we can, for example, increase her feudal levies using this hook. This could help me. We can go up to 3,000 soldiers, very good. Now we cannot declare war immediately for Casentino because there is, of course, the truce now against Duke Adalberto III, but later on it could be another target if we want to expand further. And in all of this we have an event accord, and most likely we can also hold court, so let's take a look. We have second-hand glamour. Unfortunately, given the role-playing nature of this run, for this event I will have to give away 55 units of gold to Queen Stanislava, because this is the most let's say, meaningful option given the character of my ruler, who is fickle. The other two options will give the ruler stress because they will go against his nature, so we will have to give away this gold, but on the other hand we increase the court grandeur. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. You cannot complain. You cannot complain.
We can also hold court, let's do it. Open carry. I remember this challenge from the past, from other runs. And basically, yes, we have the possibility to ban weapons or to allow them. I will increase the opinion of the count and allow the weapon to be within the city limits. King, she laments. The girl has been at Antonio's court with no one to watch over her since the disappearance of her dear papa. Okay. Honestly, I can take care of her. She is 10 years old, a member of my house. I'm more than happy to raise the girl myself, and then I will become the ward. I think we have seen this event as well in the past, maybe in the Viking run, I don't remember. My lord, I have to come to declare that the people of Capo are refusing to pay the taxes. Given that we have a strong inclination for intrigue, we can try to solve this event with the intrigue challenge. Trick the ringleaders into an ambush. Yes, it worked. My business here is done. Very good. I will say that it was a good session, and now we can unpause the game and continue our adventure. Neighbors can be vassalized. We have actually even two options. I will simply go with low feudal obligation with the both of them. And you can immediately see how this helped us expanding our influence in northern Italy. And the queen got pregnant again. This is a problem because we already have a son. And should the queen give birth to another son, we will have problems upon succession. Right now, as I said, we have only one son, so the whole succession will be perfect. But if the queen gives birth to another son, then we will lose some titles upon succession. Depth diplomacy. My Chancellor Duchess Lucrezia has worked hard to convince our neighboring realm and vassals that the peace treaty entered with Duke Adalberto of Tuscany is flawed. This is a very good achievement. Thank you, Lucrezia, because basically the truce now is already over with the Duke Adalberto, which means that we can already declare war for the other county, which was Casentino. Rally point. We could go here in Ancona. Should I call my allies? We could do it. Maybe this time just Bogumila. Let's do it. Raise all armies. And let's move straight to Casentino. +8, yeah, they will defeat us here. But then we will reunite with our allies. Luckily, my wife gave birth to a daughter, so this didn't screw the succession. I will call her Isabella, very good. Now my allies are chased by our opponents, who in the meantime made also an alliance. Okay, this I don't like, so let's also call Countess Alice and Captain Vittorio. If they want to play dirty, let's play dirty. I want to chase our opponents. To attack them while we have an advantage. at Battle of Canossa, very good. We managed to defeat them. It will take only 6 months to take Casentino, which is the targeted county. It will take only 6 months to take Casentino, which is the targeted county. And our allies from Klagenfurt are moving to Arezzo to start a siege there, while our opponents are taking Orvieto. They will manage to take Orvieto, will not stop them, because I prefer to focus on the targeted county. 1 week left. Very good. Let's try to intercept them in Orbetello. Battle of Siena. Our allies join us as well. We should be able to destroy them. Very good. But it's only plus 19. Let's go to their capital. If we converge all together there is the ideal, if we stay compact, and also we will be close to Casentino, so it's really ideal, because we can then easily defend also the targeted county. Plus 20%. How long does it take to take Florence? 5 months only. Parma under siege, but it's irrelevant for this war, so I think taking Florence will be much more important. And we managed to win the war by capturing Duke Alberto's daughter Perrine. And force demand, so be it. Disband armies, very good. We got another hook on the most powerful of all vassals. And a faction has been created against me. Let's take a look at this. Who is this? Greek Orthodox populist from Castro Giovanni, right. I mean, we are already converting Castro Giovanni. I could also start converting to the Sicilian culture this county here, but honestly I think that the priority right now is to develop Palermo, as it's our capital. So for the moment I am not particularly concerned by this faction against me, so it's fine, we can just keep going. Perfect. It's the 1st of April 978. We are 111 years into the game, and as you can see, even with our new ruler we managed to expand further our kingdom, both diplomatically and militarily. We conquered militarily 2 additional counties and reduced the influence of Tuscany and Duke Adalberto III on the Italian peninsula, and also we vassalized 2 other small vassals. At some point we will also have to solve a little bit the problem here with the Duchess Lucrezia, because she has too many titles, and she's too powerful. We will need to reduce her influence, maybe starting from these counties here, the Duchy of Spoleto. But yeah, for the moment we are going to survive with this. And yes guys, I'm pretty happy with what we have achieved today as well. I hope I will have soon the possibility to declare war against the Byzantine Empire, because we still need to complete the unification of Sicily and the unification of Apulia. But apart from that, I must say that I am quite satisfied. So guys, as always, I can only invite you to watch the next episode of this series, and should this be the case, see you in the next video. Cheers!